guys, sometimes the shows here aren't as electric as you guys. Sometimes everybody in the audience kind of looks like that painting right there. Like, honestly, what a lot of crowds have looked like before. Like a few months ago, we had this show here, and it was completely packed with people, kind of like tonight, right? And this woman comes up to me afterwards because it was very quiet. And she comes up to me and she goes, "Hey, I just want to let you know that most of us in the crowd tonight were German." I'm like, okay. She's like, "Yes, we laugh on the inside." And then she continued, and she was like, "But I just want to let you know that I thought you were satisfactory." Like, is that a compliment to Germany? Like, is that like a standing ovation in Germany? A very boisterous, emotional group of people they are. For sure. Oh man, there's been a lot of talk. How many of you guys? A lot of you guys. Raise your hands if you're not from this country. How many people here are here? Okay. Look the way you just did that. You're like, look, yes. You don't have to keep pointing us out like that. I'm not originally from this country either, believe it or not. I'm not lying. I'm not originally from this country. I'm originally from a country called Venezuela. Whoa. Yeah. I love the shocked faces in this room. When I said that, they're like, "Oh, I did not see that coming at all." It's true. I moved to the United States when I was 8 years old and I didn't speak any English. But the first day of school, they brought me up in front of the entire school, right? Like at this assembly, and they were like in front of all the kids. "Hey, everyone! This. This is Michael. He just immigrated here." That's right. Michael's an immigrant. They make this accusatory voice, like I was doing something to him. And based on his tone of voice, everyone in the crowd was like, "Did you just come here on a raft?" Because that was their impression of immigration, right? So one of the kids just looks at me and he goes, "Hey, where are you from?" I'm so nervous in front of these kids, right? I'm like, "Caracas, Venezuela." And the room of kids just went completely silent. Yes, like this. Because they had no idea where that was. They had no idea, right? So this adult voice in the very back of the room, he tries to save the day for me, right? He looks right at me, he's like, "Hey, sorry, they've never been to Mexico." That adult voice was on principle. That's an American education. Right there. Why you guys don't live? That's exactly the product of public school, right there. Right there in Colorado, right there. That's what takes place. It's funny now because I'm sure a lot of you guys have been traveling around the United States and people always ask you, what do they always want to know about you when they find out you're from a different country? Your socio-political opinion of your country. Like you've come here as the delegate from the United Nations. Right? So when people always find out I'm from Venezuela, they're like, "You're from Venezuela? Oh, man, well, look, I was just reading in the New Yorker. Tell me, what are your thoughts on Maduro?" Exactly. So I'm like, "Well, I moved here when I was 8 years old. So my thoughts on Maduro? They're delicious." Sounds like a delicious food. Definitely does.
Was Maduro in power then?
Was Maduro in power when I was 8 years old? No. I love how this guy knows more about Venezuelan politics than most average Americans. That is actually terrifying me right now. And he's actually a diplomat for the United States in Venezuela. And that is why there's no extradition treaty with the United States anymore, because that's who we send over there. That's what happens. I would get up right now, too. That guy's just very pro-totalitarianism. That's why he's leaving the room right now. He's like, "Look, man, I came here in all this talking anti-fascist shit. Not into that. My mother's with her fourth husband now. I love like the applause break for my mom having a fourth husband. Right? People always go like, oh, you mean your stepfather? I'm like, Yeah, can we settle it down a little bit, right? This guy's the fourth husband. I'm sorry, that guy's just a roommate with benefits. What's going on with that dude right there? So I went to go see her, and I said, hey, where's Arturo? And she went, oh, he's at the dentist. I said, great, when's he get back? And she went, Thursday. I don't know what kind of serious dentistry this man's going through. It's just Monday. I'm like, Mom, that's like in 3 days. She goes, yes, Michael, because he goes to the dentist in Tijuana, Mexico. I'm like, Mom, you live in Las Vegas, Nevada. That's like 8 hours away. Why does he go to the dentist in Tijuana? And she looks right at me and goes, Mike, it's cheaper. No, Mom, that's not how it works. It's cheaper to find a local dentist than fly all the way to Tijuana, right? And she goes, Michael, come on off of it. Yeah, I don't know what that means either. No clue, that's not a thing. He does not fly, he drives. And I'm like, Mom, that's even more ridiculous. And she goes, Michael, he has to drive, because how else would he be able to bring back the package? What? He goes, yes, Michael. Every month, Arturo goes to Tijuana to see the dentist. The dentist hands him a package. He drives it back here to Las Vegas. And we hold on to it for 4 days. Until a local dentist picks it up. And I'm like, Yeah, some of you have seen enough Breaking Bad. So I'm like, Mom, I'm sorry, but dentist doesn't mean what you think he does. Can you just be honest with me? Is Arturo a drug dealer? And she goes, Michael, that is racist. You saying that because Arturo's Mexican? Like, oh God, Mom! I would never assume that. Good, Michael, because I want you to know that Arturo is no drug dealer. He's a drug mule. Looks like my mom did know what dentist meant. That's good to know. I'm in her WhatsApp group.
Hey.
Yeah, it's called Teresa's Groovy Group. It's a picture of her as a hippie. And people are like, oh, why are you in my mom's WhatsApp group, right? Because my mom wanted to share my comedy with all her friends. Now that's a lovely gesture, okay? I really appreciate that. But here's the problem with that, right? You know what else they share in that WhatsApp group? Things that have nothing to do with my comedy, okay? Like recently, her and all her friends, they went to the beach and took a bunch of pictures of themselves at the beach. And what did they do? Put it in that WhatsApp group. And I didn't know this, but did you know that if you don't go into the settings on your phone, WhatsApp pictures automatically show up in your gallery, right? I didn't know this. So I was on a first date. Exactly, and I handed her over my phone to take a look at a picture. Yeah. And then she did that one thing you should never do without asking somebody. Exactly. Don't ever swipe to the next picture on someone's phone, because chances are whatever you'll find on somebody's phone, you didn't want to know that. So she looks at the picture, then swipes to the next one and goes, what is all this? Why is your phone just filled with tons of pictures of middle-aged Latin women in bikinis? Exactly. So I'm like, oh! Yeah, this is a big misunderstanding. Those were from my fans. Yeah, they were from my OnlyFans. I like how that took a moment for some of you guys in this room. And then some of you guys in this room just didn't want to admit that you knew what that joke meant.
You should have said bye, not bye.
I love this guy right here, man, because this guy literally is trying to punch up jokes. And then he sees why they failed afterwards. Oh, man. I'll talk about this with you guys here. I was using the facilities recently. This is a very highbrow topic. And I don't know about you guys, but my new thing when I go use the facilities is wet wipes. Yeah. Big fan of them, right? They're amazing, right? So I go to the facilities and I go to wipe my behind, and I started feeling this stinging sensation on my behind. Yeah. And I'm like, this feels weird. Maybe it's like an aloe or something like that. This doesn't seem right. So I turn around and look, and I had not used the wet wipes. I had apparently used a box of Clorox disinfectant wipes on my behind. Thinking they were wet wipes because I had accidentally left them there because I'd been cleaning earlier that day. So here's the problem with that. Probably kind of a serious situation. Not supposed to use those over there, right? So I'm like, oh my God. I'm going to have to do that thing that you never want to do. I'm going to have to call the customer service number on the box of disinfectant wipes and explain to them what happened. You're not prepared to have that conversation. So I call up, I'm kind of in a panic, because I want to know what's going on. And I'm like, yeah, no, and it's just stinging, and there's like this redness, and I just ended up like, okay, sir, calm down. Okay, before you go any further, I just need to know, how old is the toddler? Exactly. Because I'm like, oh, the toddler, huh? Hypothetically speaking, let's say the toddler is 1,000 months old. Does that change the treatment? And she's like, sir, you could have just said it was you, because your math is completely off. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm just kind of embarrassed because I'm figured this has never happened before. And she literally goes to me, you're the third person this hour. So maybe they should change the look of those boxes so they don't look like wet wipes. Talk about this with you guys here. Oh yeah, this is something fun that I want to talk about here. I remember the first time I ever got porn as a kid. It's another highbrow topic for all of you here. It's obviously a very big moment in a young man's life. I was 12 years old, and when you first get your first porn, what do you need to do? Find a place to hide it, right? So I thought, you know what? I'm going to outsmart everyone in my house. Instead of hiding it like in a sock drawer, I'm going to hide this tape in plain sight in the family room. Yeah. Because no one would think there's just porn lying in the family room. This is brilliant thinking by a 12-year-old mind. So I went to the videotape collection, right? I took one of the tapes out of the sleeve, and I put the porn tape inside the sleeve. Then I took that videotape and I put it back on top of the pile. Yeah. As in, like, the first movie someone would choose on movie night. I completely forgot about it, right? Until one day, I'm playing video games in my room and I just overheard this. Michael! Get the hell in here! And I'm like, that doesn't sound promising. So I left my room and I went into the hallway towards the family room, and what do I see? Both my dad and my stepmom standing there staring at the porno on the TV. Oh yeah. And they hadn't even like stopped it or anything like that.
Hardcore.
Yes, and it was still going at full volume. Exactly. As if they just wanted to make sure that I got to experience everything they had to experience when they put this tape in. So my dad looks at me and he goes, "The hell is this?" And I put the tape inside the sleeve of the movie Batman. So I looked at the box and I said, "Batman. This is the director's cut." Yeah, those were deleted scenes. And my dad was not amused. And he goes, "This yours?" And I went, "Absolutely not, it's my friend Sam's." Yeah, because that's what you do when you're 12 years old and you get caught with porn in the family room, right? Just throw your best friend under the bus. Right? Because if they really believe this story, would they ever let this kid back in the house? The perv kid that leaves porn lying around? No! But I'm thinking, hey, I am 12 years old. I got a whole life ahead of me. Right? I will find another best friend. But who knows how long it's going to take for me to find another porn tape? And that's way more important when you're 12 years old. So my dad looks at the tape and he just starts laughing at me, right? He goes, "Jesus Christ, look, I know for a fact that this is yours." And I'm like, "But how?" He's like, "Oh my God, because your name and phone number are on it." Oh, that's right. I had written my name and phone number on the porn tape.
Oh.
Yeah. Because in my mind, that was my only porn tape. I wanted to make sure if I ever lost the tape, I would get it back. Look, it made perfect sense at the time, okay? Here's the biggest problem with that, right? What was the phone number on the tape? The landline to the house. Which meant that if I had actually lost that tape, somebody would have called the house. We probably would have been sitting there having dinner, and someone would have picked up and like, "Yeah, hi, just out of curiosity, did somebody leave a Cum Sluts Volume 6 at the Stanley Middle School Library?" Pretty sure that person would want this back. So I'm completely caught, right? I'm completely caught. So I don't know what to say to my dad other than just to apologize, right? So I look right at my dad and I'm about to apologize and I go, "Dad, I think I have diarrhea," and I ran into the bathroom. And I didn't come out all night. I learned a valuable lesson that night, guys. Whenever you get caught in an awkward situation, that's all you have to say. Just say, "I think I have diarrhea." You can get out of anything in life, right? I don't care how serious you think it is, okay? I could be a carjacker, and I come up to you, and I'm like, "Get out of the car!" And you look right at me and go, "I think I have diarrhea." And I'm like, "You know what? I'm good. We'll find another Honda Civic to steal." That's how that works. Hey guys, thanks a lot for hanging out.